I don't know. I mean, every time we try to program a game, it just doesn't sell. It just does really, really horrible. What can we do about this? Well, all of our compilations with our successful games have been doing well. Why don't we just do it again? Wouldn't we have to hire programmers for that, though? No, dude, we're just gonna copy paste. Come on. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Poger coming at you with another video. So, if you saw my last video, you already know that I'm a big Sonic fan. When I say my next video, I'm talking about my gaming memories video. If you haven't seen that video yet, check it out. I'll put it right in the description. People have been talking about Sonic Origins quite a bit lately, which came out a couple days ago. I've actually heard mostly negative things about it. I heard the music changed, so I thought it'd be interesting to check it out. As of this recording, I have not played it yet, so this will actually be kind of cool. So my initial thoughts going into this are, I do think it's a little interesting that they're making a compilation, because Sega has honestly made quite a few compilations for Sonic. Honestly, I think they've made at least 10, if not more. So, I don't know, it seems kind of weird that they're making yet another one. It's almost like they haven't had any success with Sonic whatsoever, so they're trying to hide behind their older games. That's just at least my impression. But I actually heard that they've done some different things with Origin to make it stand out from the rest. So, we're gonna check it out. Let's get right to it. So when I think of Sonic compilations, there's two that really stick out to me: Sonic Mega Collection Plus and Sonic Classic Collection. Sonic Mega Collection was a massive game. I had never seen a compilation throw in so many games before. It literally had every Genesis Sonic game. This felt like a complete collection. The other game, Sonic Classic Collection, was really nice because it brought all the Genesis Sonic games to the DS. This is the first time I had ever had a viable way to play Sonic games on the go. So let's talk about what we're actually getting with this compilation. It includes Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and Sonic CD. Not as many games as Sonic Mega Collection, but it seems like this collection is trying to perfect the main Sonic games, not throw in a bunch of games without changing anything. They're actually trying to focus on the quality rather than quantity. If you're looking to play the classic Sonic games without any alterations, this compilation still might be for you, because it actually does feature a classic mode where the original games are unchanged. So there's two different versions of Sonic Origins, the Standard Edition and the Digital Deluxe Edition. I'm going to go over each of them. So the Standard Edition, it's $40 and it includes the main game and a mirror mode, which allows you to play the levels in reverse order. Interesting bonus, but I don't see myself really caring about this. The Deluxe Edition, however, is $45. It comes with everything that Standard does, but it also comes with a few other things. It comes with hard missions. This allows you to play missions like obtain a certain amount of rings or destroy a certain amount of enemies. This actually seems like a pretty cool feature. However, the rest of the things introduced in this are just visual things like character animations in the main menu, 10 letterbox backgrounds, camera controls over main menu islands, and additional music from the Sonic games. So this is one of the negative things I keep hearing about. Most of the extra features are hidden behind a paywall, and those extra features are really not worth it. However, I'm still going to go with the Digital Deluxe Edition because the mission mode actually sounds interesting and I want to check it out. Looking at some of the pictures on the official website, one of the gameplay pictures shows coins. That's interesting, coins in a Sonic game? I'm not sure what they do yet though. Here's a screenshot of Classic Mode. As we can see, it's being displayed in 4:3 resolution with a graphical bezel around it. It looks nice. I wonder if the Classic Mode uses emulated ROMs. Anyway, I'm about to download the game right now, so we'll see what this is all about. Alright, so now I've played through this, but before I give my thoughts, I want to go over what you're getting with this. So the anniversary mode, I wasn't sure what this was going to be. Are we just getting the regular game in 16:9 resolution, or are there going to be additional changes? There are some changes for each individual game, but first I'm going to go over the universal changes. Remember the coins in that picture? Notice that your number of lives are not listed. You know why? It's because you have unlimited lives in anniversary mode. All of the monitors in the games that used to contain a free life now contain a coin. In general, anniversary mode is a lot easier than the original games because you can't get a game over, and if you fail to complete a special stage, you can actually try again right away at the cost of a coin. So that's what the coins do. So it surprises me that they decided to make the games easier because I never found any of the Sonic games to be particularly difficult. But I gotta admit, I do like being able to redo a special stage immediately after losing. So Sonic's drop dash ability has been added to all the games in anniversary mode. I always thought this feature was overhyped in Sonic Mania. It's cool, but I always found regular spin dash superior. One feature I really do like though is you can make Tails carry Sonic with the first player controller. This is a super useful tool, and it works in all Sonic games where you can play as Sonic and Tails. Alright, so now let's talk about the game's specific changes. Sonic 1 has some changes, but they're minimal compared to the others. They added the ability to play as Knuckles and Tails. Seems like a basic change, but it's really cool that they did this because there was no way to play as either of them in the original game, even with the Sonic and Knuckles lock-on cart. They also added the ability to spin dash. I always found the original Sonic 1 boring because there was no spin dash, so this change, while it is basic, it's a nice addition. The special stages are a little better here too. The rotation is much smoother than in the original game. In the original Sonic 1, the rotation is super choppy, which is understandable though because the Sega Genesis didn't have the ability to rotate. When you collect all of the Chaos Emeralds in this version, you cannot become Super Sonic. You couldn't in the original either, but I thought for sure they would have added the ability to play as Super Sonic in this one. Seems like a missed opportunity, you know? So this is Sonic 1. Outside of the character selection and spin dash, the changes in this one are hardly noticeable. So let's talk about Sonic 2 now. This one went through some more noticeable changes. They went all out with the character selection here. You can even play as Knuckles with Tails. Really cool, but I wonder why they couldn't do this with Sonic 1. The special stages look way better here than they did in the original game. For one, it has much smoother movement. Secondly, the camera actually pans with the character. It actually makes the special stages a little bit easier because the 3D perspective is better. The original game was more primitive. For one, the camera was fixed in one position. Secondly, the 3D-like movement was all stop motion. It still played really well, and it was impressive for its time, but it's nice seeing a refined version of it. So there's one really neat change they made. In Mystic Cave Zone, there's a secret entrance that leads you to Hidden Palace Zone. For those who don't know, Hidden Palace Zone was originally in some of the Sonic 2 prototypes and originally planned to be in the final game, but it was scrapped before release. So with that said, I'm really happy with the changes they made in Sonic 2. They exceeded my expectations here, and it almost feels like an expansion pack for Sonic 2. Sonic CD follows the same formula as Sonic 1 with very minimal changes. The character select screen only allows you to play as either Sonic or Tails. This is better than the original game, but why no Knuckles? Why no Sonic and Tails together? I thought Sonic 1 was bad. This is even worse. So they added spin dash with the new version. You could always super peel out, but you couldn't spin dash in the original game. So this is a nice addition because I never really liked the super peel out. It leaves you vulnerable and it has a slow startup. The special stages also look way better than in the original game, much more fluid movement here. So like with Sonic 1, there's no Super Sonic when you collect all the Chaos Emeralds, so neither one of these games had Super Sonic in them, but I would have thought it would have been included as a bonus like they did with the character select and the spin dash. Definitely a minor disappointment. So overall, these are the only changes I noticed, very similar to Sonic 1 where they only made minor alterations. Alright, so now for the final game on the collection, Sonic 3. This one went through the most changes, but there's one change that a lot of people are talking about. The music in 3 of the zones were changed. Carnival Night Zone, Ice Cap Zone, and Launch Base Zone no longer have their original tracks. They replaced them with the tracks from the Sonic 3 prototype, which are completely different from the final game. Here's an example. So why did they do this? To my understanding, the music from the final game was composed by Michael Jackson, and Sega was unable to get the rights to use them in this game. I'm in the minority here, but I actually really like the prototype music, and I think they did the right thing since they couldn't get the music from the final game, but they still found a way to mess this up. All of the prototype music sounds really off in Sonic Origins. Take a listen. What happened? Why couldn't they just copy-paste the music straight from the prototype? Fortunately, these changes were only made in 3 zones. The rest of the music still has the original music intact and sounds perfectly fine. Now that we got this out of the way, I'm really happy with the rest of the changes they made here. At the end of Launch Base Zone Act 2, you actually fight the Big Arms boss as Sonic. Normally you could only fight Big Arms if you were playing Sonic 3 standalone without Sonic and Knuckles locked on, so this is a nice small change. They also give you a small cutscene where Dr. Robotnik is flying to his Death Egg Fortress, and you see it crash land. These are small changes, but they're nice. So when you unlock Super Sonic, he actually has his own music. Take a listen. Again, this is a small change, but I really like this. In the original game, Super Sonic didn't have his own music, it would just use the regular invisibility music. I always thought that was weird because in Sonic 2, Super Sonic always had his own music. So I'm glad Super Sonic in this game finally has his own music. Overall, most of these changes are small, but I'm happy with them. It's almost like the original Sonic 3 wasn't finished, and this is their way of finally completing the game. The music being changed is unfortunate, but trust me, I'm sure there's probably a good reason why they couldn't get the rights. Okay, so let's discuss Classic Mode. I was curious what they were going to do here. This could have been a great way to play the original games, but unfortunately I was disappointed with this. So I tried Sonic 3 first, and I noticed some of the cutscenes in the beginning were off, and some sound effects were added. Something felt off when I was playing, and I'm very familiar with Sonic 3, so I knew it didn't play quite like the original. That's when I realized all of these games are not emulated ROMs. They just took Anniversary Mode, decreased the aspect ratio, removed the drop dash, and added the lives back. But just in case I'm wrong, I decided to try Sonic 2 as well. Look at the character select screen, same as Anniversary Mode. This was not how you selected your character in the original. And look at the special stage, it's the same as Anniversary Mode. Again, look at the special stages in the original Sonic 2. That pretty much settles it. Classic Mode is just a modified version of Anniversary Mode. So why is this a problem? When you try to port a game or rewrite a game, it's never going to be 100% accurate to the original. It might be close, but never perfect. Those who play Classic Mode might expect the original games to be in their original form, only to be disappointed that it feels slightly different. Maybe someone who's not very familiar with the older Sonic games might try Classic Mode just to see what the original games were like, only to find out that they've been updated. When I hear Classic Mode, I assume I'm getting the games in their original form, as if I were playing on a real Sega Genesis. I mean, Sonic Mega Collection got this right, why couldn't Sonic Origins? So, about Classic Mode, I was going to hire a dedicated team to really work on the games, make sure they're emulated right, but I'd rather just copy and paste. Why don't we just give the fans what they want?
But I don't want to.
I really do think using emulated ROMs would have been better. Some people may disagree on this, and they might compare this to Super Mario 3D All-Stars. In this game, many fans were disappointed because Nintendo opted to have their games emulated rather than ported to the Switch. In this case, I actually agree with the fans. I expected 3D All-Stars to give us HD remakes of the original games, similar to All-Stars on Super Nintendo. Those weren't emulated games, they were ports with updated graphics. So it was weird that Nintendo decided to use emulation this time. Sonic Origins also gave us an HD remake. It would have been really cool to pair the newer versions of the games with the original emulated ROMs, but they didn't do that here. Classic Mode could have been great, but unfortunately they missed a big opportunity here. Now it's time to talk about one of my most anticipated features, Mission Mode. For the most part, it's just like what I expected. You have to perform a task, and you get a score depending on how well you did. It isn't just collecting rings or destroying enemies, but some have you race to the end as Supersonic, or simply have you beat the stage. You can actually select any of the Sonic games to perform the missions, and some even use different characters. In one mission, you have to have Knuckles destroy 20 enemies without touching the ground. I tried this one so many times and I just couldn't get it. Extremely hard, but I like the creativity. I always thought Mission Mode would just use the original Sonic levels, but a lot of them have been modified heavily. Some of them look much different than the original levels. I actually prefer this because I'm very familiar with the level layouts of the first 3 Sonic games, and that just would have made Mission Mode too easy for me. Overall, Mission Mode gets a thumbs up from me, and it actually plays exactly how I expected it with some welcomed additions. This alone makes the Premium Edition worth it. So before I end the review, I wanted to talk about a weird glitch that I experienced. So I made it to Lava Reef Zone in Sonic 3. I already collected the Chaos Emeralds and Super Emeralds. When I made it to Act 2, I collected 50 rings, but I couldn't transform into Supersonic. I kept hitting the button over and over again, but it just wasn't happening. When I grabbed one of the giant rings, it actually transported me to a special stage that I already completed. What's going on here? Did I lose all my Chaos Emeralds? Obviously, I was not happy because I worked hard to collect them. But then I tried resetting the game, and thankfully my Chaos Emeralds were all back. So this is definitely not a big deal, but I thought I'd mention this because some people have reported problems when playing this game, and even the developers came out and admitted that they were not happy with the final product. Outside of this issue with Supersonic, I honestly didn't experience any glitches or anything out of the ordinary for that matter. So there's one big topic I want to talk about here, one big question that I have when it comes to this compilation. Why? Why make this game? These games are already available for free in the Android Play Store besides Sonic 3. They're available on Switch Online with a paid subscription, and they've made countless compilations already. Well, I believe I have an answer. From what I've read on the internet, Sega is planning on removing all of the Sonic games from online platforms, and Sonic Origins will be the replacement. Now obviously this isn't going to affect games released on physical media, but for any online services, Sonic Origins might be the only way you can play the retro Sonic games. If this is true, I'm highly against this because of Classic Mode. The Sonic games that are on Switch Online are emulated ROMs, so by deleting those, there's officially no way to play the original Sonic games unless you hunt down one of the games released on physical media. Honestly, I think a lot of people probably won't care, but a casual player who just wants to play the older Sonic games might purchase Sonic Origins thinking they're getting the original games. If Classic Mode were actually just emulated ROMs, then I would be fine with Sega taking their games off of other platforms, but as is, I don't agree with it. So I had a negative opinion about Sonic Origins before I even played it because of things I heard online. I think the anniversary mode for Sonic 2 and 3 are really well done. They added a lot of content to both games. Sonic 1 and CD have some decent upgrades, but I feel like they could have done more with them. The lack of Supersonic and limited character selection were really missed opportunities. The Classic Mode should have been the original games unchanged, but for whatever reason they took Anniversary Mode, removed some of the features, and called that Classic Mode. They should have just opted for the emulated ROMs. But on a positive note, Mission Mode exceeded my expectations. I think Mission Mode makes this Premium Edition worth it. If you're looking to play the remastered games on your TV, this collection is for you. But if you're looking to play the games in their original forms, obviously this isn't it. So thanks so much for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like rating. That alone helps the video get noticed by more people. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel so you're automatically updated when my next video is out. More content is coming. I recently hit 1,000 subscribers. Thanks so much to all my friends and fans for making this possible. Let's aim for 10K.